With the work of an engraver in stone, like the engravings of a signet, shalt thou engrave the 2 stones according to the names of the children of Israel. Thou shalt make them to be enclosed in settings of gold. And thou shalt put the 2 stones upon the shoulder pieces of the ephod, to be stones of memorial for the children of Israel. And Aaron shall bear their names before the Lord upon his 2 shoulders for a memorial. And thou shalt make settings of gold, and 2 chains of pure gold. Of plaited thread shalt thou make them, of wreathen work, and thou shalt put the wreathen chains on the settings. And thou shalt make a breastplate of judgment, the work of the skillful workman, like the work of the ephod thou shalt make it. Of gold, of blue, and purple, and scarlet, and fine twined linen shalt thou make it. 4 square it shall be, and double. A span shall be the length thereof, and a span the breadth thereof. And thou shalt set in it settings of stones, 4 rows of stones. A row of carnelian, topaz, and smaragd shall be the first row. And the second row a carbuncle, a sapphire, and an emerald. And the third row a jacinth, an agate, and an amethyst. And the 4th row a beryl, and an onyx, and a jasper. They shall be enclosed in gold in their settings. And the stones shall be according to the names of the children of Israel, 12 according to their names, like the engravings of a signet, every one according to his name. They shall be for the 12 tribes. And thou shalt make upon the breastplate plaited chains of wreathen work of pure gold. And thou shalt make upon the breastplate 2 rings of gold, and shalt put the 2 rings on the 2 ends of the breastplate. And thou shalt put the 2 wreathen chains of gold on the 2 rings at the ends of the breastplate. And the other 2 ends of the 2 wreathen chains thou shalt put on the 2 settings, and put them on the shoulder pieces of the ephod, in the forepart thereof. And thou shalt make 2 rings of gold, and thou shalt put them upon the 2 ends of the breastplate, upon the edge thereof, which is toward the side of the ephod inward. And thou shalt make 2 rings of gold, and shalt put them on the 2 shoulder pieces of the ephod underneath, in the forepart thereof, close by the coupling thereof, above the skillfully woven band of the ephod. And they shall bind the breastplate by the rings thereof under the rings of the ephod with a thread of blue, that it may be upon the skillfully woven band of the ephod, and that the breastplate be not loosed from the ephod. And Aaron shall bear the names of the children of Israel in the breastplate of judgment upon his heart, when he goeth in unto the holy place, for a memorial before the Lord continually. And thou shalt put in the breastplate of judgment the Urim and the Thummim, and they shall be upon Aaron's heart when he goeth in before the Lord. And Aaron shall bear the judgment of the children of Israel upon his heart before the Lord continually. And thou shalt make the robe of the ephod all of blue, and it shall have a hole for the head in the midst thereof. It shall have a binding of woven work round about the whole of it, as it were the whole of a coat of mail, that it be not rent. And upon the skirts of it thou shalt make pomegranates of blue, and of purple, and of scarlet, round about the skirts thereof, and bells of gold between them round about, a golden bell and a pomegranate, a golden bell and a pomegranate upon the skirts of the robe round about. And it shall be upon Aaron to minister, and the sound thereof shall be heard when he goeth in unto the holy place before the Lord, and when he cometh out, that he die not. And thou shalt make a plate of pure gold, and engrave upon it, like the engravings of a signet, holy to the Lord. And thou shalt put it on a thread of blue, and it shall be upon the mitre, upon the forefront of the mitre it shall be. And it shall be upon Aaron's forehead, and Aaron shall bear the iniquity committed in the holy things, which the children of Israel shall hallow, even in all their holy gifts. And it shall be always upon his forehead, that they may be accepted before the Lord. And thou shalt weave the tunic in checker work of fine linen, and thou shalt make a mitre of fine linen, and thou shalt make a girdle, the work of the weaver in colors. And for Aaron's sons thou shalt make tunics, and thou shalt make for them girdles, and head tires shalt thou make for them, for splendor and for beauty. And thou shalt put them upon Aaron thy brother, and upon his sons with him, and shalt anoint them, and consecrate them, and sanctify them, that they may minister unto me in the priest's office. And thou shalt make them linen breeches to cover the flesh of their nakedness. From the loins even unto the thighs they shall reach. And they shall be upon Aaron and upon his sons, when they go in unto the tent of meeting, or when they come near unto the altar to minister in the holy place, that they bear not iniquity, and die. It shall be a statute forever unto him and unto his seed after him. And this is the thing that thou shalt do unto them to hallow them, to minister unto me in the priest's office. Take 1 young bullock and 2 rams without blemish, and unleavened bread, and cakes unleavened mingled with oil, and wafers unleavened spread with oil. Of fine wheaten flour shalt thou make them, and thou shalt put them into 1 basket, and bring them in the basket, with the bullock and the 2 rams. And Aaron and his sons thou shalt bring unto the door of the tent of meeting, and shalt wash them with water. And thou shalt take the garments, and put upon Aaron the tunic, and the robe of the ephod, and the ephod and the breastplate, and gird him with the skillfully woven band of the ephod. And thou shalt set the mitre upon his head, and put the holy crown upon the mitre. Then shalt thou take the anointing oil, and pour it upon his head, and anoint him. And thou shalt bring his sons, and put tunics upon them. And thou shalt gird them with girdles, Aaron and his sons, and bind head tires on them. And they shall have the priesthood by a perpetual statute. And thou shalt consecrate Aaron and his sons. And thou shalt bring the bullock before the tent of meeting, and Aaron and his sons shall lay their hands upon the head of the bullock. And thou shalt kill the bullock before the Lord at the door of the tent of meeting. And thou shalt take of the blood of the bullock, and put it upon the horns of the altar with thy finger. And thou shalt pour out all the remaining blood at the base of the altar. And thou shalt take all the fat that covereth the inwards, and the lobe above the liver, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, and make them smoke upon the altar. But the flesh of the bullock, and its skin, and its tongue, shalt thou burn with fire without the camp. It is a sin offering. Thou shalt also take the 1 ram, and Aaron and his sons shall lay their hands upon the head of the ram. And thou shalt slay the ram, and thou shalt take its blood, and dash it round about against the altar. And thou shalt cut the ram into its pieces, and wash its inwards and its legs, and put them with its pieces and with its head. And thou shalt make the whole ram smoke upon the altar. It is a burnt offering unto the Lord. It is a sweet savor, an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And thou shalt take the other ram, and Aaron and his sons shall lay their hands upon the head of the ram. Then shalt thou kill the ram, and take of its blood, and put it upon the tip of the right ear of Aaron, and upon the tip of the right ear of his sons, and upon the thumb of their right hand, and upon the great toe of their right foot, and dash the blood against the altar round about. And thou shalt take of the blood that is upon the altar, and of the anointing oil, and sprinkle it upon Aaron, and upon his garments, and upon his sons, and upon the garments of his sons with him. And he and his garments shall be hallowed, and his sons garments with him. Also, thou shalt take of the ram the fat, and the fat tail, and the fat that covereth the inwards, and the lobe of the liver, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, and the right thigh, for it is a ram of consecration, and 1 loaf of bread, and 1 cake of oil bread, and 1 wafer, out of the basket of unleavened bread that is before the Lord. And thou shalt put the whole upon the hands of Aaron, and upon the hands of his sons, and shalt wave them for a wave offering before the Lord. And thou shalt take them from their hands, and make them smoke on the altar upon the burnt offering. For a sweet savor before the Lord, it is an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And thou shalt take the breast of Aaron's ram of consecration, and wave it for a wave offering before the Lord, and it shall be thy portion. And thou shalt sanctify the breast of the wave offering, and the thigh of the heave offering, which is waved, and which is heaved up, of the ram of consecration, even of that which is Aaron's, and of that which is his son's. And it shall be for Aaron and his sons as a dew forever from the children of Israel. For it is a heave offering, and it shall be a heave offering from the children of Israel of their sacrifices of peace offerings, even their heave offering unto the Lord. And the holy garments of Aaron shall be for his sons after him, to be anointed in them, and to be consecrated in them. 7 days shall the son that is priest in his stead put them on, even he who cometh into the tent of meeting to minister in the holy place. And thou shalt take the ram of consecration, and seethe its flesh in a holy place. And Aaron and his sons shall eat the flesh of the ram, and the bread that is in the basket at the door of the tent of meeting. And they shall eat those things wherewith atonement was made, to consecrate and to sanctify them. But a stranger shall not eat thereof, because they are holy. And if aught of the flesh of the consecration, or of the bread, remain unto the morning, then thou shalt burn the remainder with fire. It shall not be eaten, because it is holy. And thus shalt thou do unto Aaron and to his sons, according to all that I have commanded thee. 7 days shalt thou consecrate them, and every day shalt thou offer the bullock of sin offering, beside the other offerings of atonement. And thou shalt do the purification upon the altar, when thou makest atonement for it, and thou shalt anoint it to sanctify it. 7 days thou shalt make atonement for the altar, and sanctify it. Thus shall the altar be most holy. Whatsoever toucheth the altar shall be holy. Now this is that which thou shalt offer upon the altar, 2 lambs of the first year day by day continually. The one lamb thou shalt offer in the morning, and the other lamb thou shalt offer at dusk. And with the one lamb 1/10 part of an ephah of fine flour mingled with the 4th part of a hin of beaten oil, and the 4th part of a hin of wine for a drink offering. And the other lamb thou shalt offer at dusk, and shalt do thereto according to the meal offering of the morning, and according to the drink offering thereof, for a sweet savor, an offering made by fire unto the Lord. It shall be a continual burnt offering throughout your generations at the door of the tent of meeting before the Lord, where I will meet with you to speak there unto thee, and there I will meet with the children of Israel, and the tent shall be sanctified by my glory. And I will sanctify the tent of meeting and the altar. Aaron also and his sons will I sanctify, to minister to me in the priest's office. And I will dwell among the children of Israel, and will be their God, and they shall know that I am the Lord their God, that brought them forth out of the land of Egypt, that I may dwell among them. I am the Lord their God. And thou shalt make an altar to burn incense upon. Of acacia wood shalt thou make it. A cubit shall be the length thereof, and a cubit the breadth thereof. 4 square shall it be, and 2 cubits shall be the height thereof.